Hello, my friends. It is Soggy Wombat, and I have a bit of news for everybody. Um, I have a Things account, and when I uploaded the Beat Tank to Things, it allowed me to include a link to the build videos, the ones that I'm recording for social media and all the fun stuff. So, um, that's cool. And so when you go visit the website to download my files, there will be links to the build video, which shows how I built it, which is awesome. Uh, Also, if I build up a collection large enough, I will probably put a monetization on it, a money, um, some kind of money, so that I get some kind of kickback from modeling. Um, the videos aren't going to be free, but uh, if you want to download the files, that's probably gonna cost you a little bit, just so that I get compensated for my time and um, making these models. Um, like I've posted on all of my file pages, I don't own anything of these game assets that I make off of that I make. No, I'm just taking the time to 3D model them and showcasing them, and that's all I'm asking for is a little money for the time I spent making these wonderful models for you and whatever you want to do with them. You know. So tonight I thought we would um, do a new model, and um, I have one in mind. Um, and it is called a Powie in Japan, but we in our Americanized games know it as a Flappy. But I'm going to do this part of it, this one right here. So I'm going to save that image. Make it a JPEG because we're going to do something with this. All right. So in hexagon, which is what we're modeling in, you have the axes. You've got three planes. You've got this one and that one and this one, right? So what you can actually do is if you come over here and you select the ellipsis, the three little dots there, I'm going to go to my downloads page and I am going to find, uh-oh, that is, I downloaded it wrong. It does not recognize that. So let's try this again. Or we could just rename it. I'm a fool. We can rename it whatever we want. Well, no, we can't. Delete. No, just delete. Okay. We're going to rename it flappy.jp. That one. Okay. There we go. There's Flappy right there. And then we're going to click this one right. Handler found or image type. What? You didn't like that. Fantastic. Okay, well, you can put reference images on these sides, so that you can look at it if you want. Or if it's something you want to model it from, if you need like um if you want to do it on the basis of the image itself. So I guess we'll have to let's see, what can we do? We could pull this over to the side, but that would just shrink the space that we're looking at. So what we've got here kind of looks like those weights that you would use in elementary school, in science class, where it'd be like, how much is a kilogram in pounds? And then you'd have that tipping scale kind of thing. It's kind of obscure, but whatever. So, looking at the picture, we've got ourselves a cylinder and then some kind of cone like feature there. It looks a little rounded there. I don't know if we'll be able to get something off of that. I could try a smaller cone and see if we can round it off to the top of that. I'm not entirely sure if this will round with the bevel itself. And then we've got a little milk cap right up there. We've also got some arms sprouting out. That looks like a 45-degree angle. We got hands and fingers and thumbs, so that's going to be interesting. And then we've got some recessed features there. And so I think we have the basis for what we need to do. So let's start off with that cylinder. Let's start off with that. That looks good. So for the most part, what I like to do is I like to build as much of the overall shape as possible. That's 50. That does not look like 50 to me. So I like to build the overall shape of the model um before I do no wonder I didn't have that turned on. Before I do the detailing. It just makes things easier. Let's put this at 0. And then let's do a blanket 13 just to start with. It's a little small. It showed 19 a moment ago. Let's look at that. Better. Let's try 16 here. How about 18? That looks like a good size to start with. And then half of 18 is 9, so that it's sitting on the bottom there. All right. Now, hmm, we have a cone-like feature. So let's try a cone. That looks good. And then the diameter of our cylinder is 19. So we're going to go with the size of 19 on the X and the Z axis. Then let's go to utilities. and we're going to lay it on. Oh, it's selecting that face. We'll select this one. And then we will select the top of the cone there, or the cylinder. And that's what we have so far. Going back to the reference material, it's kind of got a bit of a lip there. So what I'm thinking is scaling. Let's see what scaling will help us with here. Take the top and shrink it down, maybe. Still got to figure out how to do that curve. Congratulations, we've created a grain silo. Sorry. Actually, I think let's pull that up. And then what if we did, let's try something real quick. Let's scale. Let's scale the top face. That, okay. I'm doing that. Okay. So, okay. That's always good for experimentation. Let's create a cue and move it over and up. Say right about there. Perhaps. A little bit down. Hmm. Mm, This might not work. I don't think it's gonna work. Kill this, kill that. Let's try something else. Cone. 50. I'm going at this a little fast. I don't know why. That's 19. 19 was a little too big for me. So, what exactly is half of 19 anyways? Nineteen divided by 2. 9.5. Makes sense. Should we try 9.5? Let's try 9.5. No, no, nope, not 9.5. No way. How about 11? Give it another 2 inches. 11.5. Yeah, it's raining outside. I'll admit that. Let's go 13. Just a flat 13. Let's see what that shows me. 14, 15? 14? 14? I'm just guessing here, spitballing. I think 14 might work. Okay. Let's do the lay on. We're going to grab that edge and stick it right there. Okay. It does seem to come up and around, but we can try to group it maybe. And then smooth it. And then, wow, look at that. Huh, not what I wanted. Nope, nope, nope. What the heck does that look like, anyways? Ha, no, ha, definitely not. Abort. Abort the procedure. Oh boy, that was smoothing. Hmm. I got it. I know what to do. Let's destroy the group. Let's hit the scale manipulator. Ooh, no, 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 no. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No. Select the face. We may have to hide him in order to be able to manipulate it further. Okay. Okay, this is working, I think. Okay. So let's put this at 19. Hey, look at that. Look at that. That's a little better. And then what we can do is we got it to curve out, but in order to curve up, let's let's cut it off. Let's cut it off. And we want it to come straight up. So I'm going to say we're going to do a Boolean operation. So we need something to cut with. And let's bring that up. Okay. So I want it to be at here. But what we can do here actually is I've got a mouse wheel on my mouse and I can manipulate it about a tenth of an inch or a tenth of there's a value change just by rolling the hundredth, I think it is. Hundredth of, um, no, tenth. One space to the right of the decimal is a tenth. So Italy moves about a tenth what am I, centimeters? Okay. So I am just gradually inching my way down to. Hey, look at that. All right, let's do our cutting. Surface modeling. Form 5, the cube is going to cut our wonky cone right there. Right? Okay. Now comes a fiddly bit. Let's go back to our cone. We're going to accept all of that. We're going to go back to our partial cone. And it still kind of goes inclined a little bit. You can see that there a little bit. So what we need to do is scale the top, just like we tried to do at the bottom here. I'm thinking. So if that's 19, 115, no thank you. Too much. A little closer. And a little closer. That might be it. Let's try 11. Oh, not quite, genius. 11 and a half. Sorry, 6 o'clock. Ooh, 11 and a half. Look at that. That looks amazing. All right. There's a little bit of a shadow here with the lid and the top of our modified cone. So, what we can do? What can we do? Is that 45? That could be almost 90 degrees. If we did the face down the middle, that would be 45 right there. So it could be 90 degrees. That could help us. That could help. That could definitely help. Anyways, let's do another cylinder. We've almost got this weight thing under control. I'm going to say that if that was 11 and a half, let's do 14. And then we'll lay it on. We can take the top actually and flip it upside down like that. Take a look at it. 14's a little too thin in my opinion. 16. Let's go by 2. 16. Oh my gosh. It turned it into a flat. You jerk. Well, at least we have some idea of what we want to do with it. So let's build another one. Oh, it's going to build it sideways. Look at that. It's okay. 3D modelers aren't always precisely what you want. or cooperative. There we go. All right, we're going to make this a 16 by 16. And we can set this to 0 because we are working in the smack middle of it. Let's pull this up just for... I like that better, to be quite honest. I'm going to pull it over to the side and just to work with it. Scale manipulator! You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Shrink it down to a milk cap size. For the printer's sake, let's bring it up just a little more. And then utilities. Lay on. We want that side to lay on that. And there you have it. Your grade school weight shape. Look at that. That looks cool. All right. Now, how are we going to do the hands? I've got long piece here, a thin one there, 3 little fingers, and the thumb. All right, let's try it this way. Which side do we want to build this on? Don't matter. All right, so start with a basic cube. Actually, I think it would be better if we started in this direction. I'm a lefty, so I'm kind of... Hmm, huh, it's going to be interesting. Yep, this is going to be interesting. All right, so basic cube. Everything's pretty much basic cube anyways. Scale manipulator. Bang. Right there. Maybe. Okay. Pull that down. Hmm. This is what I love about 3D modeling. It's like cosplaying on your computer. Just a little tiny bit here, making an elbow. So, hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. Right there. That's good. All right, what we can do is we can go to edge tool. Is it edge tool? I think it's edge tool. What are you? It's the edge tool. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch that edge and I'm going to use the edge tool and I'm going to click on this side and it's going to generate this blue line that I can pick anywhere on here that I want. Stick it right there and it's going to give me a new edge or a new line of geometry. Then what I can actually do is I can select my new piece of geometry there and then hit the fast extrude button. And voila! Bang! Ain't that nifty? Yay! That is so cool! Yay! What else can I do with this new fandangled feature that I've shown? Well, I can make that thumb. You know, that thumb. Right there. By doing the exact same thing. But upon looking at it, there's a little bit of a gap there. But if I'm going to do it for 3D printing, you know what? I think I'll add a gap there because, let's see. My mind first came to holding a business card, but if that's at a 90-degree angle from each other, that's not going to hold much of a business card, anyways. So, and having a gap like that might be a little difficult for some people's. Okay, so we're not going to make a gap for the thumb, but we are going to define where the thumb is, if that is any kind of sense for you, for us to deal with. So I'm going to press the E button and I'm going to click on this face and hello. That's unexpected. Escape aborts. Let's hit this one because it's the whole length. Wait. No, 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 no. Let's start with this one. Let's start with that one. That one. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Because if we started with the long one, right, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter at this point. I'm just spitballing here. Right there. Okay. And then we're going to click this one, hit the extrude button, come over here, and right about there. Right? Okay. So then we can hit the face and select the thumb section. And we can extrude. Sorry. We can extrude upwards. Give ourselves a nice little thumb looking thing there. Oh, wow. We're not even at Z0. Oh, that's going to be a little difficult. Okay. Now, the fingers. We can divide this face into thirds because the picture shows thirds, or at least 3 fingers. So get some values off of that. We're going red value, so that is 28.330. 28 0.330 divided by 3. 9.443. Okay. 9.443. 9.443. Where's this edge sitting? 23.960. 23.960. 23.960 plus 9.443. 33,403. Okay, so we're going to put an edge at 33,403. 33,403. Okay. This one. 32,701. 32,701 minus 9.443. 23, 20. Why did that one go bigger and this one shrink if I'm going the opposite way? Wait, wait, yeah. What? Yeah. I'm not doing something wrong here. No, wait. That was a position that I was subtracted. The size divided by 3. 8.741. 8.741 divided by 3. 2914. 2914. 2914. 2914. And then 2914. 30, 37, 32,701. 32,701 minus 2,914. 29,787. 29,787. So okay. So we can set it there, but actually we can move the location by putting in the value 29,787. We were pretty dang close. 787. Okay. That's a third. Now, what we can do next is do the same math for a third. 29.787 minus 2.914. 26,873. Why'd you tell me twice? I don't get it. 26,873. We'll do another one. 26,873. 6.873. Ah, good. I like it. Great. Fantastic. Now, let's select the faces of all three with the control button or the shift key. Yes, the shift key. The shift key. Fast extrude up to make the fingers. And we have a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. We have created a hand. And this will be handy. There we go. Hand looks like it goes right through the middle of the face of the cylinder. So let's stand the hand. Right? Stand the hand. Ooh, that was the fingers. Why? Because we have the face selected. Zero. Right? Okay. Now, green. 90. Nope. 180. 180. Yes. Okay. And now we move. Position. 0. Rise to the occasion. Wait, let's see here. Uh that's 18. So we gotta go up to this part has to go up to 9. Spitballing it here. Let's move that in closer. Oh, this is looking cool. This is looking like a Flappy. That thumb seems a little long, doesn't it, baby, compared to the fingers? Hey, look, there's roll. It looks a little proportional to the fingers. Okay. Cosplay on a computer. I said it before. Cosplay on a computer. Symmetry. Bounding boxes, plane symmetry, center of symmetry mode. I don't know what that. Ew. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Hey. Okay, that works for me. I have concerns about using mirroring. I don't want to move that one. There we go. Like I said, I have concerns about using mirroring because somehow my 3D printer, my Cura, has no. with that. Oh, that's fine. That's 90. Thank you. Um, I gotta have it in just enough to make it work. That's the same height, right? 2947. 2947. Um, oh, I'm so nervous about this, but I'm not going to. Mm, reservations are settling in. Okay, so we got the base of the body, and we just need to put the face in. And it's basic square shapes. That's all it is. Scale. Okay. Rotate on that 45. Okay. Is that too wide? I think it might be. Scale. Oops. Cosplay on a computer. Better. Okay, let's move it into position. Sorry. Hey, look at it sticking its tongue out at us. Vertex Boolean operation. It's off center. What is that? 45. So let's move it a little. I like it. I like it. I like it. That's good enough for me. Oh, sweet Jiminy Christmas. What did I do? Cosplay on a computer. That's what I'm doing. Cosplay on a computer. Fine. Fantastic. You cute. You cute. YouTube scaling it up just a tiny bit. And so that we can decimate it later. We're going to clone it. Accept the clone. Move the clone over to look like. It kind of overlaps a little bit on the corners there. Would it be horrible if we tried to do that one? Just kidding. Oh, we're so close. Okay, so what we could do maybe is select them both. What did I do? There we go. Shift and okay. And then we could try to group it so that we can rotate it. 45, -45. And then not going to read. Oh, look at that. Oh, there's no level. We've almost got it. What of truth? Boolean operation. E. B. What did we do? Okay. A. It wasn't deep enough. And ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, 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 okay. I got it. I got it. We will banish the. We will disassociate them, and then we'll do our Boolean operations. That's what we'll do. Hey, look at that! It's a Flappy! It's a Flappy! Bing! Mm, I think those cuts are a little too deep. Okay. I'll save as. We are going to go into our 3D prints. We're going to make a new folder. We'll call it the Flappy virus. Go into that. Call it Flappy generation. Wait, oh, that. Why is that considered a group? We're going to export it as an STL. Flappy virus. Okay, so X is going to stay as X. And this always gets me a little confused. y-axis becomes z, and z becomes y. And yet it doesn't come out looking like that. It's always on its side. I don't get it. But whatever. Let's go into Cura here. Take off the beat tank. And we're going to go into Flappy. See, it does that. Right? There's my axis there. But womp, womp, womp. Select face to align the build plate. Mm, mm. I'm chasing its tail. That was reset. Dingus. Scale up to 1,000. Nope. 500. Heads up, Spigamama. That's a that's a bad virus. 500% is like almost a day. Unfortunately, we don't get to see the fingers. You think the fingers count? What's up with these? Oh, that mysterious line is because of the film. Where is that point located? On the z-axis is 1807. That one is Ladies and gentlemen, we are in uncharted territory. Ah, ha! Yes! All right. I have a thought. All right. So, let's see. The distance between this point and that point happens to be 0.474. Keep that in mind. 0.474. So that line, 474. You're looking at your fingers, you know, and 474, you know. I mean, if you go on one side, one finger smaller than the other one, and then you can do it on the other side, and then one finger winds up being bigger than all the other ones. But I'm going to have to subtract 474 on both sides. So we're going to make a new edge here. Oh, it does that. Fine. And then we take the point and we give it that 18.007. Okay. And then what we can try to do is we can try to select that and move it down. No. Scale? No. Okay. No, we can't do that. No. 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 What? No. What? Okay, now I'm just clowning around, not knowing what I'm doing. Huh. All right. Okay, fine. That's what I've come up with. That's what I'm going with. Uh, fine. That's what I've come up with. Okay, done. This is it. This is my Flappy. And a pretty darn good looking Flappy it is. Pretty damn close, I must say. I think I'm gonna run one. That is cool, man. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna run this. It's gonna take 5 hours. So by the time I go to bed, it should be done if I get it started right now. All right, this is a wrap for the Flappy. Flappy. Oh, just let's look at all of the ungodly support material. Trees crying out of its eyes. And actually, that looks well supported, to be quite honest. Very well supported indeed. I think it'll have a good chance of printing. Oh boy, another one for the collection of Mega Man files. Um, I've been spot on lately, pretty darn close. So I'm gonna be okay with this. And because I saved that file, I can revisit this and try those fingers again if I wanted to or not. Um, Probably not. But it was great. It was fun. I'm glad you watched this with me. I'm not gonna do the boring old tirade of um honestly, if you want to subscribe, you go right ahead. You want to like this, you go right ahead. I'm not gonna hold you to it. I'm not gonna ask you every time. Uh, it's kind of like when Mel Brooks does his movies. You know, he said in an interview once, "I don't do it for the studios. I do it because I want to. And I do this because I want to do these Mega Man files. I do this because I want you to know that you can do this yourself. I want you to know that if you have an idea in your mind, that you can make it a reality. If it's 3D printing, if it's art, it's some kind of art, if it's in your if it's in your mind, you can do it. You just have to go for it, you know. And hopefully you'll learn from what you're trying to do and make it look and just build on what you know and better the next one and the next one, and eventually you'll have something you can be really proud of. So, this is Soggy Wombat encouraging you that if you have an idea, there's no harm in going for it. There's no harm in learning how to do it. Just do it because you want to. All right, you all have a nice night. Again, an hour.